Hello, darlings. Welcome to God's Table, where everyone has a seat. We're here to share, to love you, to love on you, and to have some fun. On my left, the beautiful Kym Douglas-Robertson, just recently married. The gorgeous Christine Avanti and beautiful Tracey Bregman. Today we're going to be talking about chucking those labels. What does that mean, Dyan? What that means is some of those labels we're going to chuck, we're going to get rid of. Chucking means tossing. Have any of you ever been labeled with anything that you don't like? Like awkward, or too thin, or too fat, or too young, or too old, or too silly, or too sexy? Listen, when I first came to LA and I went out on auditions, they told me I was sexy and I got so offended because I wanted to be the girl next door.
Oh, wow.
I'm from Seattle. If you're from Seattle, when I was going to school in the 50s, if you went to California, you were going for one of two reasons. You were going to get an abortion or a nose job.
Wow.
That's what people thought about California.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so when my parents talked about going to California for a holiday, I said, no, we can't do that. Gosh, because I'm going to be accused. So when I was first told that I was sexy, I thought, no. I want to be the girl next door. I don't want to be sexy. And
you are so not the girl next door.
I'm
you
not?
are so not. No,
Really?
look at you. You're
See,
gorgeous.
You're so sexy.
You are beautiful. You're devastatingly beautiful and sexy.
Oh,
Hashtag
baby.
goals.
See,
Miss Woman.
that's why it pays to have really close friends. Even when you screw up, they love you. Let me ask you something. Have any of you ever been labeled with anything that you didn't like? A label that was put on you by someone that you weren't crazy about?
Yeah, for sure. Being petite and blonde, I don't need to have you guess what, I was called a dumb blonde. I was called, too bubbly, a little too curvy, a little too small, all of that. And actually, everyone has recently been so offended by anything
yes.
that is said about them.
Yeah.
And I think it is so disingenuous, maybe that isn't the right word, but what I did, Dyan, was when I was called the dumb blonde, I loved it because you know what?
Yeah, that's
I
great.
loved it, and I took it on and I played it up, and then I went in and I got the top grades, and I went to the top school, and I got the top job.
Look at
and
you.
then they
You showed
underestimated
them.
me,
Yes.
and I was like, underestimate me all the way, darlings,
Right.
and I will prove you wrong. But if they think you're the smartest and the greatest and the tallest then where do you have to go from there?
You know, you just reminded me of something, Kym. I was in a room with Dyan Cannon, Sidney
gorgeous.
Poitier,
Fabulous.
and a group of other people. We were playing a game, and I knew the answer, but I'm
Downplayed
blonde.
it. Yeah.
Ah.
And it's so
Okay.
fun
I
to play that.
and
you
I
can play
played
that well.
the role.
Yeah, it's great.
I played it, but then I thought, no, wait a minute. I'm tired of playing that
Yeah.
role. Blondes aren't necessarily dumb.
Right.
Sometimes they are, but so are brunettes.
yeah.
But you reminded me, I've never forgotten that. I pretended not to know the answer.
sure.
So I could fit into that.
I love
So
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. My son always says his favorite thing is to go into a business meeting with me. And I don't mean show business meeting, a different kind of
yeah.
meeting. And he says, every time they underestimate me. And he says, you stay
walk in,
quiet, you
yeah.
listen, and the minute you start opening your mouth and you start
kinda like-
talking, he said he loves seeing everybody's
Reaction.
face change.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it about me that they would underestimate that maybe I would be able to put two words together? I don't know.
It's because
you
you're
think-
so beautiful. I think that there is a stereotype beautiful.
Oh,
women are
absolutely.
And I
smart,
think
and it's-
actress and petite, and there's all
Probably,
these,
yeah.
And a good
labels.
body and a
Right.
great tushy.
Yeah.
So if you're beautiful, you can't be smart. That's
No.
a ridiculous
Right.
label. It's
Yeah.
wrong. It's incorrect.
But I think women have dealt with that for years. Do you think they
Yes.
still are now?
I think some things don't change, but maybe we can start helping people
Yeah.
change
Have you
and see
ever
things
been
different.
labeled with anything, Christine, that you
I
would
can
prefer
think
not
of-
to be?
Well, I think that I just don't let it bother me. I will say in grade school, you guys know I did modeling when I was younger. 5'9", right? So the boys, they would call me Scarecrow. Isn't that kind of mean, right?
It is.
Just tall, lanky, skinny,
That was
whatever.
their way of getting your attention.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because the same boys that did that years later, and this was still a long time ago because I'm older, but when Facebook became a thing and some of the magazine covers I'd been on popped up, those very boys that were calling me Scarecrow were trying to friend me or whatever on
course they
Facebook.
were.
And I was
Yes,
like,
they were.
Surprise.
no.
Right.
Big surprise.
I mean, I have forgiven, but I haven't forgotten. The other label I've gotten is Barbie, and I go, you know what? Call me Barbie all you want. She's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And listen, I'm 54, about to turn 55. If you want to call me Barbie, thank you very much. I'll take it at this age.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You
So I'm good
reminded
with
me
that.
of high school.
Yeah.
When my last name was Friesen, Frozen, they used to call me Friesen, but the nickname the boys gave me was Frosty because they couldn't kiss me.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't let the boys kiss me. So I'd come down the hall and they'd say, "Oh, there's Frosty. We can't kiss her. We can't kiss her." And I'd run up and kiss them on the cheek and they'd run and hide. I kind of liked that name, Frosty.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cute.
No, it
So I
was
let
good.
that stick.
You know, when I was in kindergarten, I came here from London to visit my grandparents over the first 10 and a half years of my life. And I had a very Oxford English accent. I was terribly British.
Never heard that.
And
I would love to hear that.
Oh, I slip into it very easily. And
I
no,
want to hear it.
Oh no.
Darling.
Possibly.
Let's all do the rest of the podcast as English.
Yes, let's go have a
Yes,
spot
darling.
of tea, darling.
Cheers.
Except I'm a little ab-fab now.
Cheerio.
go
Cheerio,
ahead.
darling. So the kids used to put me in the corner and say, just speak. They would make me make me speak. And I was so mortified to be kind of highlighted that I tried to lose my accent. And so in America, I was British, and in England, I was that American. You know?
You couldn't win
Can't
for
win,
losing.
yeah.
No,
I
right.
think the reason that I like the idea of chucking the labels is because labels limit us.
They can.
Labels limit.
Yes.
They limit what we were made to be. Let me give you an example. It was a question that you asked me, Kym, the first night we were at dinner when all this came about. And the question was, how was it to be raised by...
Jewish mom, Christian dad.
Yes. Well, at the time, my daddy wasn't Christian. My
Right.
daddy was God who.
Right. And then
And they argued about religion all the time. But they agreed that my brother and I would be raised Jewish, in the Jewish faith.
Right.
So then Daddy and his 10 brothers and 2 sisters found Jesus, who I didn't know was lost.
Okay.
Excuse me. And Daddy became very passionate about saving the children.
Right.
So on the way to synagogue, we'd sing "Jesus Loves Me, This I Know."
love this.
I'd go in and sing it
Can't
for the
make it.
rabbi, who did
Can't
not
make
like the song as much as my
Wow.
father did.
Yeah.
Come out, we'd sing it on the way home. Mom found out. Things went crazy. But years progressed. We kept going to synagogue, and my brother was about to be bar mitzvahed. For those of you who don't know what a bar mitzvah is, it's when a young man in a Jewish family turns 13 and he reads the Torah and he takes his stand as a man. It's a big deal in a synagogue. He becomes a man. So my brother had been reading his half Torah. He had been preparing for this with the rabbi. And the day before, he comes to my mother and he says, "I'm taking my stand for Jesus." And she says, "You're taking your stand for nothing. You're being bar mitzvahed." My mother was born in the Ukraine. And she escaped the Ukraine with her grandmother's head on one side of the street, her body on the other, and her
goodness.
Judaism was so important to her. And her son's bar mitzvah was the most important thing in the world. So she said, "David, the temple, the synagogue is rented, the food is catered, the invitations are out. It's tomorrow." He said, "I'm taking my stand for Christ." So the marriage was over. It was finished. My mother and my brother and I went to see Rabbi Levine. My mother, Clara Portnoy, was hysterical with crying. She said, "If my son isn't bar mitzvahed, I don't want to live." Rabbi Levine listened. He sat there. He's one of my heroes of all time. He listened to everything Mom had to say. And then he turned to her and he said, "Clara, let me ask you something. Is David going to be a man of integrity?" Is it going to be committed? Is it going to be loyal? Is it going to be compassionate? Is it going to be honest? And my mother said, I hope so. And then Rabbi Levine said some words that changed my life, my outlook on life. He said, then what does it matter what we call him?
Right.
Powerful.
So
That's where you
Then
don't need a
what
label.
does it
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what we call him? He chucked the labels.
Right.
The marriage was saved.
Wow.
My brother went to church with Daddy. I went to synagogue with Mom, not because of any great passion, but because I didn't want her to be alone.
Yeah.
I sang in the synagogue on Friday nights, and David and Daddy sang their way to church, right?
Good.
But it's the idea that
I got goosebumps.
that wisdom, that love.
That
What
Rabbi
does it
Levine
matter
had.
what we call him? Are people going to be honest, loyal, sincere, friendly, compassionate, telling the truth? Is that going to be how we live our life? But what we do is we judge by color, we judge by race, we judge by age,
we judge by
Yes.
political party.
Yes.
If you vote
Yes.
this
Right.
way,
Yeah.
you're not coming to Thanksgiving dinner. If
Yeah.
you vote that way, I'm
Terrible.
not talking to you.
You're
And
right. This last election
this has been
really,
so
really,
polarizing.
Yes, it really
The
has.
And
spirit
that's
of
the-
division in
Yeah.
this country
the
has
label.
become
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's got to go. It's gotta
because
go.
of labels.
Yes,
Right.
something has to change.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
we do?
I know.
How do we help?
What's the takeaway?
Yes.
I think we have to give that some serious thought.
Yes.
We're going to take
We
a
have
thought
to.
about that. We're
Yeah.
going to come
Yeah.
right back.
Great
Thank
question
you.
to pose.
So good.
We just finished watching.
Dry bar comedy.
It was so fun, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness, they had Adam Carolla, who is an amazing comedian, and they have over 20 different stand-up comedy shows to watch, and this is on their live TV channel, you guys. Did you know you can watch live comedy on Angel?
Clean comedy.
Clean comedy
Yeah.
because there was no foul language, so
Nothing.
family friendly and really funny.
We love the diversity that Angel has. You just go to the link or you join the Angel Guild.
I love the idea that I can go to one place and know whatever I choose, it's going to be good for my family.
That's right.
And by the way, you guys, you get to vote and choose all of the shows that are Angel. If you're part of the guild, you're part of the community.
You become part of a family.
Now streaming on Angel.
The thing is, you're out there all the time, baby, reporting on these things. How do you feel the temperature is with the label thing in this country?
I think it's never, ever been more prominent. I think, I remember hearing this story. I wonder if you guys have heard it. Jay Leno was talking about a guy probably none of you will remember, but it was Rodney Dangerfield. And he was a very...
we remember him.
His wife is one of my best friends.
I love her.
Joan.
She's gorgeous. Anyway, he was an older man that passed away, but he was a great comedian. And Jay Leno and him used to have breakfast or lunch or something together at Dupar's like every day. He said, I knew him for 40 years and I never knew his political party. Never knew it. Never cared.
Interesting.
Never asked
Right.
it. He was a funny guy. He was what you said, an integrity guy. He was a loyal guy. He was, I mean, I don't understand where we've gotten so, you vote this way and I vote this way so we can never be friends.
And then everybody knows, and like you're saying, back in the day, that we didn't talk about that, we didn't know.
Or it
if
didn't
we did,
matter.
there wasn't a big blow up.
My
Yeah,
love, it's
exactly.
divided families.
It
Oh,
has,
please.
It's
definitely.
divided. The spirit of
Relationships.
division is just...
Yeah.
You know what, though? I think it's a huge facade. I don't think people are looking at the big picture, because when you start talking to your friends that are of the opposite party and you start looking at big groups of people, everyone wants the same thing. They want to work for a living,
Safe,
take care of their family, have nice vacations, have peace.
Right.
Everyone wants that. And so whether you're right or left, I say everyone's right or left of center. Most people are in that middle space.
Yeah.
And then we have a few of the extreme, and you know that the squeaky wheel gets the grease and the loudest voice, right? But the loudest voice isn't always the majority. But yes, we're hearing it more and more because we have media is expanded so much. We're hearing more of it. But I firmly believe most people are in
No.
the center, right or left of center, and we all want the same thing. Why can't we all just love each other
Yeah.
and agree to disagree, but keep moving forward?
Right. Or actually understand. I like to understand why people
You're
believe
very
certain
open.
things.
Right.
You're
You
very
know, I
open
want
to
to
that.
hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Yeah.
As long as someone's not saying that's what you have to believe, and
Right.
if you don't
Right.
believe that, then you are the worst form of humanity. I'm
Right.
like, whoa.
I know.
You can't even bring it up with some people.
No.
No,
If
it's
you
true.
bring it up
Yeah.
and they understand, I've lost jobs.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I've
Or-
lost jobs.
Certain-
Or they
Wow.
just assume that you're their party without even talking. They'll just be like, "Oh, isn't so and so the word?" And you're like, "Well,
You know, and just to bring it to another little topic about labels, and I didn't even really think about this, but it came in my head. What about religion? When you hear the label of, oh, you're religious. Oh, you're religious. She's that. Oh, and you're
Right.
Oh, you're Jewish. Oh, Mormon. I mean, those are labels that
Right.
definitely hold a lot of insinuations about who you are. And
She's
what you
too
believe.
fat. That's a label.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Right.
she's too skinny."
She's too thin.
Yeah,
What's
she's
going
too
on?
old. She's too young.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's Catholic. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just all over the place. And what it does is it limits.
Yeah.
It
And
shrinks.
I
And
don't.
separate.
Yes.
Separates
It
people.
separates.
Yes, it's
Causes
division.
so much division.
Right.
So how do we fix that, guys?
I know, that's what we've been talking about. It's very, very hard. It comes from a lot of understanding, right?
Love.
And love.
Love
and,
never
and
fails.
also, if you are peaceful in your own thoughts, desires, and opinions,
Yes.
then I think that is a way to go forward.
I've had people thank me for smiling in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what my age or stage or color or beliefs are. It's just, I think we all need to learn to live more love instead of judgment.
Right.
Judgment and
sure.
opinions and
And loving your neighbor as you love yourself. I mean, that's the golden rule, right? Like just taking care of people, opening the door at Starbucks and keeping it open when you see a mom with the baby coming
Kindness.
through. Just-
Kindness.
yes.
Which I really discovered in Nashville. It's so interesting. Everyone is so willing to help you get into a conversation. There was this comic who said, you know, she's from LA, and everybody kind of has their head down in their phones, isn't really holding the door open for you, isn't doing anything, and then she goes to TJ Maxx in Nashville, and I literally started laughing from that moment because I knew exactly where she was going. And she said, she literally, the women there were like, honey, I think you need an umbrella. It's going to rain. Do you have the right jacket? You know, on aisle
They
5,
care.
there's
Yeah.
the right jackets. And she said she couldn't even get out of the conversation because she didn't know what to do. But everyone was being so nice, she didn't want to get out of the conversation. And where's that? What happened? Even driving. I know we're talking about labels, but the difference between driving here and driving there is night and day.
Really?
They could run you off the road here, but
for sure.
always in Nashville, I know, they're going to stop. They're going to let me in.
Wow.
I don't mean to get off topic, but, kindness goes a long way.
Yeah. There's
caring. Caring.
And listening.
Stopping to care.
Right.
Don't you think listening to, like, if you just get in a conversation with somebody that believes differently or feels differently than you really can find some common ground, as you said, and start to be like, oh, we're not that different. So
Do you know
listen
that that's
to
a
the
great
point of view.
The best secret to acting
Yeah, you're right.
listening.
I know. You're
But
right.
a lot of people are
you're
concerned
supposed to
about
listen?
the way they look.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
You know, there's an
great.
affirmation I say every morning, and it's something that Dr. Wayne Dyer says. He says, practice being kind rather than being right.
Oh, that's good.
And so I say that
Yeah.
out loud to myself every day.
So how do we lift the labels? How do we lift the labels? Isn't it not what we see, but how we see?
Right. It's judgment. It's judgment.
Yeah.
And how do we stop that judgment in our head? Because that changes everything. If we can, exactly what you said, if we can be kind in our head, number one to ourselves.
Right. Oh, isn't that
First.
the truth?
I mean,
It's taken me a while, guys, because I think we label ourselves.
You're right.
Yeah, we do.
I think we
Yeah.
get on ourselves and we label ourselves as we've got to rush, we can't do this because there's not enough time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't answer her, help her now. But do you think that there's something to that we label ourselves? It's not just other people labeling us.
I think that if there was a transcript of what we each
Say-
said to ourselves,
Never say that to anybody.
right? We would never say that to
You're
anybody.
right.
That's interesting.
You're right.
And we have to practice kindness to ourselves
First.
I heard that this morning.
Right.
I've never heard it before in my life.
Oh my God. And that'll start to change.
Isn't that nice?
Well, just like that
Yes.
saying, hurting people hurt people, right?
Right.
So you've
So
got to
knock it
unhurt
off
yourself.
is what I want to say.
Yeah.
What?
So knock it off.
Yeah, stop being so hard
Chuck
on
it.
yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Chuck it.
Yeah, chucking labels.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Is there anyone you ever given a label to that you would change if you had the opportunity? I just labeled her husband
She did.
innocent
It was so
because
sweet.
when I said, "What have you been up to?" he got all red.
Yes.
we just got married.
Yeah, it was really
I'm
funny. She says, "You look 10 years younger. What have you been
I
up
did.
to?" And I went, and I saw his son, Willis,
know. Turn
literally
around.
wish he had put his fingers in his ears and gone, la, la, la,
I want to unhear
so
this.
cute.
I want to unhear this.
I know.
No
it's so
filter.
sweet.
But that's okay. But we love you.
But
So
it was
cute.
a great label.
Yes,
I
yes.
do have to say.
I think we're agreeing that that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, is there
How about
anything?
that? Good labels.
Good
Labels. Let's
Right.
talk about
Yeah.
some good
That's what I'm
labels.
saying.
Yes.
Is there anyone
Let's
you've ever
replace
say-
them in our head.
Yes.
My husband, I always say he's the man of my dreams.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I mean, he is. He says to me, I really want to make all your dreams come true. Now, our marriage is not that perfect. Don't get the wrong idea. It's great,
It's
but it's
pretty
not
perfect.
perfect.
It's good.
But he is the man of
It
my
is
dreams,
good.
so
He's
that's
amazing.
a positive
And
label.
so are you.
So a label
is.
can be empowering.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
let's
label
switch it.
like we quote different people.
Yeah.
That means we've labeled them with wisdom because we're copying what they've said. What else can be empowering?
So I think people that are, let's say, for example, like an Oprah or a Maria
Right.
Shriver, they're inspiring, they're encouraging, or a Dr. Wayne Dyer. I mean, a Joel Osteen, however, a Mother Teresa, wherever you want to go with this. But we label them as people that are going to uplift us. And I think that's a really valuable label.
I think it is too.
Right.
If you, Tracey, could label each and every person at this table,
oh my God.
how would you label
It's
them?
so good.
One at a time.
So good.
Incredible friend. So incredibly talented at what you do. I mean, there's so much to say.
Just a label. A label, that's a word. is
Chanel, Prada, Fendi. How's that?
Show the leg.
I what she's talking about. I have no idea.
Okay.
And the guys in the room were like, what just happened?
Okay.
Chanel, Fendi.
Yes. I said you're Prada. Zara. Zara Prada.
Okay.
Don't put labels in my mouth.
Oh my God. You are not Zara. You are definitely Prada.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought
Nothing
it would
wrong
be
with
fun.
Zara.
I just thought it would be
Nothing
fun
wrong with
to-
Zara.
I love
Yes,
Zara.
I love
yes,
Zara.
Exactly.
Your turn, girlfriend.
Okay, I think that's really great. That is really a great thing to do. And it's hard because, like you just said, it's hard to think of one thing. For you, interestingly enough, I would say strong.
Ooh, that's good.
Strength. And it really isn't what I think you project right away, but you are so strong and centered. And I love that. I love that.
You are.
You are a ball of empathy. You are just, if you tell her a story, she's bursting into tears because she just loves everybody. And a dog on the road, she stopped at the, a person, she's giving them, this is just empathy right here, walking empathy. And this one, you're the hardest for me. You're the hardest because you're so many things put into one. But I think I would probably say that your humor is what you use the most to diffuse situations, to encourage, to uplift. That thing with Johnny Carson, if you haven't seen it, you have to. It's been seen how many, 200 million times or something. But there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Her humor is just so infectious
Praise God.
and changes everything.
Okay, well,
Wow.
that's a good thing. What about you, girlfriend?
Oh, labeling my friends here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would start with you. I know we just finished with you, but I'm starting with you. I would say wisdom. You're so wise, and you've lived a very interesting life, and you're not ashamed to share the good, the bad, the ugly, at least with me. And you impart wisdom into my life, and I believe into everyone's life that you come into contact with. And it's not just worldly wisdom, it's godly wisdom. So it's a gift, and I'm grateful for it in you. And I would say for our sweet, amazing Kym, you definitely have the gift of comedy. And you brighten up the day. You're like a ray of sunshine. You just bring joy to overflowing to so many. And I think that is a really special gift. And with Tracey, I see such a beautiful, gorgeous woman that has an even more intense inner strength. You really are such a strong, like she said, you are such a strong woman. And you're also, I think you're a very good connector. And you're not, some people don't like to connect their friends with others and stuff. You have no insecurity in that. You are happy to connect this one with that one, and I think it's a beautiful gift. So I'm grateful for that.
I do love to connect people.
You do, and you're good at it.
Thank you.
That was so great.
What about you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say that you're a peacemaker.
Really? Oh, I love that.
I think your very presence calms the soil. I think you know how to smooth the waters. Yeah, peacemaker is
I
what I give you.
received that.
Yeah.
Because I always relabeled it as a people pleaser, as
No,
a
no, no.
weakness.
Oh,
No.
And I was like, oh, I do
Interesting.
that, and I don't
Oh,
like
good.
it. So that is a
Oh, good.
I love that.
I got
right?
goosebumps.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes, instead of people pleaser.
Yeah.
No, I don't see
Change
that.
that label.
I see
Peacemaker.
peacemaker.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Smooth the
love
waters.
that.
And I see you as a leader. I think you have incredible equanimity. I think you're a great listener. I think you don't rush to the scene. I think you know how to take your time and listen. And I see you as a leader.
Thank you.
That's great.
And oh my goodness, let me think about you. Mixer comes to thought. Mixer, because you know the people that own the building and the people that work in it, and you love them all equally.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't see you ever catering to anyone because of their name or because of their station or because of what they have or what they might do for you. I just see you straight out loving.
Yeah.
Yep. Aren't we something, girls? Aren't we? You know, this thing. I want you to all give some thought for yourselves, quietly in your own space. See if you've labeled yourself anything that you can break those chains off of today. See if you've labeled yourself anything that doesn't help you. And why not today, just for fun, after we've said goodbye, why don't you give yourself a new label today?
So good.
A label like, because there are some labels that are empowering, like kindness and sweetness and love and wisdom. And why don't you, just for the fun of it, give yourself a new label today? And while you're doing that, we're going to be here knowing that you have a seat at God's table for now and for always. And we just love you. So kisses and hugs, prayers. We'll see you next week.
If you believe that movies should amplify the light to the world,
And if you care about what movies are in the theater or what shows are on television, you know what you do?
what? You join the Angel Guild.
Join the Angel
That's
Guild.
right.
right.
And did you guys know that being a member of the Angel Guild allows you and anyone else who joins the Angel Guild to literally vote on which projects Angel will bring to the world?
Then you can decide what movies are made.
Yes.
And what
Isn't that
movies
amazing?
you can send your children to.
Yes. And grandchildren.
Yes.
If you join the Angel Guild, this gives you the opportunity not only to watch this film, King of Kings, that we've been chatting about, but also to watch a catalog of content that you really appreciate and enjoy. So, the moral of the story, join the Angel Guild.
Also, that means you don't have to leave home.
But you can do both. You can see Angel Studios in the movie theaters or in your own home.
See, I like the option.
I love that. Go join the guild.
Go join the Guild, you guys.
Now streaming on Angel.